Okay, there are just a couple of things I want to clarify from my personal share, my other video that I forgot to mention. So the one thing I wanted to say or clarify was this thing about my personal process of Kundalini. Kundalini, what I got in guidance was that Kundalini is at Bindu, but has not pierced Bindu. And I just wanted to make that distinction because once there is a piercing of Bindu, that's when you get that, like that, I don't know, kind of like that ecstatic heat, melting kind of feeling. And, it's like all good. That's, I think, completion of the Kundalini process, although not the completion of the process. Anyway, so I wanted to make that distinction. I am not claiming that I have pierced Bindu, but that she is at Bindu, but is not piercing because of all the division that I was still feeling in my heart. So she's dropped down. She is working on my heart in order to be able to stabilize herself and pierce Bindu. Another thing I wanted to mention, that when we do that exercise of pulling yourself in, and then you suddenly feel your complete separateness, what becomes even more prevalent and clear is the space around you becomes, at least for me, more significant. Like you notice it more. And in that noticing, hopefully, it will be your awakening or your realization that you are that space. So it's a really beautiful exercise just to bring everything in. And by bringing in that egoic aura, or whatever you want to call it, that's our veil. Those are our glasses, our muddy glasses. Bring it in, and then the empty space around you becomes like the thing that you see the most, and you get it, and you go, oh yeah, I am that space, and everything is coming, including myself, out of that space, and that space is empty and full and absolutely has no opinion. No, nothing, nothing. It's nothing and something at the same time, and it's beautiful. And I know that when I'm sliding in and out of that space, it's beautiful. And this happens, this is becoming a predominant thing for me, is that when I'm resting in that, or I don't even know what is the word, when I'm not clouded by thinking in my divisive mind, I'm walking around and it's so natural now. I can see things, and it's shocking to notice that the mind is not labeling anything. It's just seeing things. There's no recognition, and the mind coming in going, oh, look at that tree, look at that flower, look at that house. There's no naming of anything. There's no comment, and but then you can watch the mind wanting to come in. I can see this process. It's like freaky, wanting to come in and then make comment. But for a few seconds, if I'm just scanning, there's no comment, there's nothing, there's no recognition of this thing. It's just what is. And there's no like or dislike. And it's interesting. You can look around, no recognition, and then suddenly, for no reason, the eyes will see something, and then there's like a heart opening, or some expansion. Why that happens, it's just probably something that the soul resonates with, or something. It's quite amazing how you can go along, have no recognition, no nothing, no feeling, and then something, and then something, and then it goes away. It's interesting. Anyway, so I wanted to clarify that about my own process, not claiming anything. Not claiming anything. And that this whole exercise makes the space the predominant thing in your vision. And hopefully you will recognize that as who you really are.